Hello everyone, for today's video I have a full Emperor's themed moveset. These were suggested by Keenan Hubborn, so if you guys have any moveset theme suggestions for yourself, please leave them in the comments and the most interesting ones will be used for future videos. And if you do enjoy these videos, there will be a link at the top of the description which will take you to my Xenoverse moveset playlist. It may be a good idea just to give that playlist a quick look before you suggest something, just in case I've done it before. So getting into this moveset, we've got Emperor's Edge, Emperor's Blast, Psycho Death Bomb and Crazy Finger Shot as our 4 supers, Psycho Move as our evasive. For our transformation we can pick whatever we want, and for our 2 ultimates we've got Last Emperor and Emperor's Death Beam. So I've got to say this right off the bat, I had to replace Emperor's Blast with Shadow Crusher. I've Z-ranked the mission where you're supposed to unlock Emperor's Blast about 35 times in the course of 2 days, and I just could not get it to drop. I tried everything, I just couldn't get it to unlock. And after I recorded all of this, the TP medal still opened up and you can buy it there, but because I've already done it I just decided to leave it. So I probably will revisit this idea at some point in the future, but for the time being I'm just going to have to do it without using Emperor's Blast. I decided to go for Potential Unleashed over Super Saiyan because, I mean, really, I've just been using Super Saiyan a lot, so I just decided to use Potential Unleashed this time just to show it some love. I mean, okay, let's be fair, this is basically Frieza's moveset. But with that being said, I really did enjoy using this. It is fairly aggressive, so you do have to play a bit more defensively, just because you've not really got access to things like Phantom Fist or After Image. But I think that could work to your advantage here because, I mean, okay, I'm playing as a Saiyan, so when I get low health, I'll have access to a Zenkai boost, and I'll be able to use Last Emperor. Granted, I can only use it once, but if I can pull it off, that will do an insane amount of damage. I don't think I used Last Emperor in this video. I mean, it's on there as a last resort attack, so I'm not going to deliberately get low health just to show it off. If I do happen to have low health and the opportunity comes up, then of course I will use it. But if not, then it's just going to be there just in case. Emperor's Death Beam, now that it's been kind of nerfed in Xenoverse 2, I mean, it is still a fairly decent ultimate. The only downside, and this applies to the Crazy Finger Shot as well, is that you just have to have a lot of ki before you use it. But with this moveset, you know, it's all based around ki, so I don't think that's too big of a deal. Shadow Crusher is a very nice counter attack. I just wish this was in Xenoverse 1 because that would basically kill all the spammers. If you can use Shadow Crusher, it will go through everything. It will go through a Super Spirit Bomb, and in this video I think I use it to go through a ×4 Kaioken Kamehameha. So it's very useful. And it's basically a middle finger to your opponent, to be fair, and I just love it. And finally, before we get into the first fight, Death Psycho Bomb. It's a very nice super in terms of how it looks, but it is kind of slow to use and kind of flashy, so in a situation where you could probably use that, you could probably use Emperor's Death Beam or Crazy Finger Shot as well. So it's there as an option, I guess, but it's not necessarily the most effective in my opinion. So as we go into the first fight, I'm very surprised here because my opponent picked a Namekian, and no word of a lie here, I've only ever fought one Super Namekian online since the game came out, not including the betas, and I've not fought a single purified Margin yet online. I mean, that should tell you something about the transformations. So going into this fight, I was thinking, okay, he's a Namekian, he's got access to 3 transformations, including Kaioken, Potential Unleashed, and of course the Giant or the Super Namekian. And as of right now, I don't know which one he has, because for some reason they made it so when you scan your opponent, you don't see what their transformation is. I don't know why, I mean, that's just a bit weird in my opinion. But here I break his guard and I just completely destroy him with the Crazy Finger Shot. He basically just got piccoloed. But yeah, like what I was saying, I don't know which transformation he has, and because I've not really fought a Giant Namekian online yet, I don't really know how to deal with them. I don't think he has Potential Unleashed equipped, just because one of his ultimates is Neo Tri-Beam, and if you're going to use Neo Tri-Beam and Potential Unleashed, it just doesn't make sense. If you're going to use Neo Tri-Beam, you're going to want to use Kaioken, and more specifically, Kaioken ×20, so it doesn't drain your stamina after each fire. And just looking at his stamina, he does have a fair bit of it, so it just makes sense to me to think that he has either Kaioken or the Giant Namekian transformation. So at this point I'm thinking, okay, low stamina, I could probably get away with a stamina reset, because if he does have the Giant Namekian transformation, it's not going to last that long because he's got like what? He's just got 3 bars of stamina, so I should be okay. He does get me in the basic combo here, and that does a fair bit of damage, I would admit. I just about see him fire off the Super Destructo disc, and I'm recovering just enough time to be able to pull off the Shadow Crusher, and that's going to just completely destroy him. And here I'm going to go for Emperor's Death Beam, and that will be enough to put that guy away. And I was thinking throughout the entire match I should probably have a lot of ki in reserve, so that way if it does become a giant Namekian I could just use Potential Unleashed and go for Emperor's Death Beam to hopefully tank a lot of his stamina, and just so the giant Namekian transformation wouldn't be an issue. But of course he didn't use any transformation, so I guess that's good news for me. Kinda wish I did know what he had, but let's move on to the next fight. So going into the second fight, I was actually expecting this to be a very intense fight, just because right here my opponent is wearing the beta jersey, so that told me that okay, maybe he's been playing since the game's been released and he knows what he's doing. He has perfect Kamehameha and Death Ball as his two ultimates, so I'm thinking okay, that's a fair combination. But we're not even 10 seconds in, we're barely 5 seconds in when this happened. He vanished as soon as I vanished, and that happened twice, so he doesn't know how to back it, he doesn't know the anticipation technique, and I just found that very interesting because a lot of the time you can judge on how your opponent is going to play based off what ultimates they have and what they're wearing. Now granted, they could completely trick you into thinking that they are a new player by using a noob outfit, because QQ bands make stats completely irrelevant on clothing now. So just keep that in mind. He did go for the back hit once, but I don't think he did that on purpose, and I think that was just, you know, he just clicked some random buttons, to be honest. So I'm not too concerned about him using the back hit on me. So whenever I do vanish, I can just go in for an attack, because again, I just don't think he's going to go for another back hit. As I finish off the heavy combo, he went for the vanish, and I don't know if that was lag or not, but you should never vanish there unless that final smash will finish you off. And as you can see, he's got more than enough health compared to how much damage it did. And right here now, I go for the same combo again, and because I broke his guard because he vanished, I went for the crazy finger shot and he just could not defend himself. So here he's going to go for the perfect Kamehameha. I'm going to go for the Shadow Crusher, and that's going to break his guard again. And at this point for this guy, it's pretty much over. In my opinion, I think this match really turned on the guy when he went for the vanish after the heavy combo, because I mean, you're just not going to vanish there. And you just saw I actually went for the time skip, and the delay just made the guy lose, so there's that. And I think he was a bit upset with that because, well, I'm going to speed this footage up. He disconnects, and at that point of the match, when there's like 2 seconds left before the end screen finishes, the guy's connection didn't drop, he just dashboard because he rage quit. So I mean, let's be fair. So in the next fight, my opponent, as you just saw, he's got Super Vanishing Ball and ×4 Kaoken Kamehameha, two very good ultimates I will admit, so he's got a nice setup there. Very early on, he breaks my guard with the stamina break, so I'm thinking, okay, that's brilliant. He uses now stamina to continue the combo, so I did kind of get away with it there, but you know, I did get a stamina reset, but I didn't need it, so I mean, there's that, I suppose. And after this clash, he goes for the Death Wave. I think it's the Death Wave, and I was in two minds if I should go for the throw or the Shadow Crusher, and as you saw, I went for the throw, so it just would have been very nice if I went for the Shadow Crusher there, because that would have been the perfect counter. We go into another clash here, and I'm thinking he's going to use another super attack on me, so I go for the Shadow Crusher again. That's just the perfect counter there, so I don't think he'll do it again if we go into another clash. I can't remember if we do, but we'll have to wait and see. He goes for the Kaoken ×4 Kamehameha there, and he even powered it up, so he was going to be in the recovery animation. I now have pretty much no ki at all because I went for the Emperor's Death Beam and pretty much wasted all of the remaining ki I did have there. I'm able to hit him with the full light combo before his stamina recharges, and I'm just quick enough to get him in the energy volley. I had a feeling he was going to rush into me as soon as I finish off that combo, so I went for the stamina break, and we go into a second clash, and pretty much as soon as that clash finishes, his stamina recharges, so that was just completely pointless. We're going to another clash, and I'm thinking he's going to use an ultimate. I go for the Death Chaser again, and I was right, but the ×4 Kaoken Kamehameha still hit me a little bit, so here I'm just using the basic heavy combo on him because I don't want to use too much stamina. I go for the Death Cycle Bomb as I sent him flying down, and I really shouldn't have because it just wasn't going to hit, let's be fair. I would have been much better off just using Emperor's Edge or the crazy finger shot, but at least now I know for future reference. I break his guard again here with the stamina break, so now to make sure I do some damage on him because his stamina will recover really fast now, I go for the crazy finger shot. So I have no stamina, well I have no ki rather, I've got a lot of stamina, so I'm in a good position there. He drops out to Super Saiyan 3, probably because he thinks that the only way he's going to be able to do some major damage on me now is by using an ultimate, and as you guys know, oh god, I broke his guard again, jeez. So, but as you guys know, if you're in Super Saiyan 3, you have pretty much no ki recovery, so there's that. I would finish him off with the Emperor's Edge because he just wouldn't be able to move out of the way fast enough, because again, his stamina was broken, so he couldn't vanish or block. And I don't think he had after image equipped, so unfortunately that's going to be the end for that guy. So with that being said, thank you guys for watching the video. I really do hope you enjoyed it. Feel free to leave your moveset theme suggestions in the comments, and I'll see you next time.